Imagine this. You're 40,000 years ago. You find berries no one else saw. Tell truth, everyone eats a little. Lie, you feast tonight. What do? Open your eyes. No, seriously, open them because whatever you expected to see, it's gone. There's no ceiling above you. No mattress, no phone light. The ground beneath you isn't soft. It's packed earth cold against your back. It smells like smoke and damp leaves and bodies that have slept here for weeks. You hear fire crackling. Somewhere close, someone is breathing. And all around you, in the dim light before dawn, are 25 people who know you by your smell, your walk, your voice. This is your tribe. This is your family. Every single one of them would die for you, and every single one of them is watching you. Because the kid sleeping next to you says he didn't eat the dried meat from last night. But his hands are greasy, his lips are dark, and you just saw it happen. The first lie. Forget everything movies taught you about ancient humans. Nobody is grunting. Nobody is dragging their knuckles. These people are social geniuses. They can track an antelope by a bent blade of grass. They can hear a cough from 100 feet away and know exactly who is sick. But they have just discovered something terrifying, something no other animal can really do. You can say something that isn't true, and the other person might believe you. Which raises a fascinating question. When did lying actually start? The first thing most people imagine is that lying is something modern people invented, that ancient humans were too simple, too honest, too pure to lie, that kids today lie because of phones and bad parenting. Actually, it's the exact opposite. Modern kids start lying at 2, maybe 3 years old. Small ones, I didn't eat the cookie. Obvious ones with crumbs still on their face. By 4, 5, 6, your age in this camp, the lies get elaborate. A monster ate it. I saw him. And here's the weird part. Psychologists don't see that as a sign you're becoming bad. They see it as a sign you're becoming smart. To lie, you have to hold 2 realities in your head at once. What really happened and what you want them to believe. That's called theory of mind, and no other animal does it like us. That brain with complex language really came online somewhere between 40,000 and 100,000 years ago, right where you are now. So you didn't just wake up in the past. You woke up right at the moment we learned how to lie. Let's go. And that brings us to the obvious next question. What was the first lie actually about? It wasn't about who broke a spear. It wasn't about who likes who. The first lie was almost certainly about food. Think about it. You're alone in the forest. You've been walking for hours. Your stomach is growling so loud you can hear it over the wind. And you find it, a bush heavy with dark berries. Enough to fill your belly for a whole night. No one else saw it. No one else knows. If you tell the truth, you walk back to camp and say, I found food. Everyone eats. The kids get a little stronger. The old woman who tells stories gets to live 1 more week. The tribe gets stronger, which means you are safer tomorrow. But tonight, you only get a handful. If you lie, if you just say, I didn't find anything, and eat in the dark, your belly is full. Tonight, you win. Whether you stay alive tomorrow depends almost entirely on what you do in the next few minutes. Because for your people, food sharing wasn't kindness. It was life insurance. One day you find nothing. The next day I find everything. If we both share, we both live. If we both lie, we both starve, just on different days. One lie earns you 300 calories tonight. Getting caught costs you 2, zoo in a day for a month when no one shares. Let's go, which raises a fascinating question. How do you catch a liar when you have no police, no courts, no writing, no lie detectors? You have nothing, no cameras, no evidence bags, no judge. And you need every single person. You cannot afford to lose a hunter because he stole some meat. So your ancestors had to invent 3 technologies. And we still use all 3 today. The first one is gossip. Gossip wasn't mean. It was a shared scoreboard. Who shared, who hoarded. The second one is laughter and play. Kids playing hide and seek were training to make a false face and spot one. And the third one is the most brutal. Costly signals. You can fake words. You can't fake dragging a deer back to camp. 1 human can lie with words. 20 humans who talk constantly become a living lie detector. Because they don't listen to what you say. They watch what you do. Let's go. But sometimes, someone fails the test. Imagine it's you. A week after the berries, you do it again. You find extra dried meat. You hide it under leaves behind your sleeping spot. You tell everyone you're still hungry, and someone finds it. No one yells. The woman next to you gets up and sits elsewhere. At night, there's suddenly no space by the fire. You're still in camp, but invisible. This is the one mistake that could get you banished from the tribe. Not murder, not laziness. Hoarding. Lying about food when everyone is hungry. Because small lies are tolerated. Every kid lies. Every adult exaggerates about how big the fish was. But a big food lie breaks the contract that keeps everyone alive. And being banished wasn't just a punishment. For most of human history, it was almost a death sentence. Somewhere beyond the firelight, something else is hungry. Hyenas, wolves, lions much bigger than the ones you know today. And tomorrow, no one is saving food for you. No one is watching your back. No one is listening for you in the dark. The worst job in the Stone Age wasn't cleaning hides or carrying water. It was being the person no one trusts. So you have a choice to make, and sunset is coming fast. Let's go. But here's the twist no one expects. Lying didn't break us. Lying is what made us human. Think about what you have to do to tell that lie about the berries. You have to imagine a world that doesn't exist, a world where the bush is empty, a world where your hands are clean, a world where you are still hungry. That same skill, imagining something that isn't real, is the exact same skill you need to make art. To see a mammoth on a blank cave wall, to believe in spirits that live in the river, to make a plan for next winter when it's still summer, to tell a story. Neanderthals could probably do a little of it. But Homo sapiens, your people, right here 40,000 years ago, we mastered it. The moment we could lie, we could also promise, plan, and pretend together to drive deer off a cliff. We invented fiction to survive our own lies. The sun is gone now, the fire is low. Not complete silence, natural silence. Wind moving through trees, birds calling far away, fire cracking, someone breathing beside you. An old man starts talking. He tells a story about a giant mammoth that spoke and tried to steal the sun. Everyone knows it's not true. It's a beautiful, obvious lie. And everyone laughs. Everyone leans in. Everyone agrees to believe it, just for a little while. Because that story, that shared lie, tells you who you can trust, what scares you, and where you belong. That's the deal we made 40,000 years ago. The tribe doesn't need the strongest liar. It needs the liar who chooses to tell the truth. Survival has almost nothing to do with being the smartest individual who can fool everyone else. It has everything to do with becoming part of a group that decides to believe each other anyway. One human who can lie is dangerous. 20 humans who agree to trust each other despite knowing they can lie? That's a tribe. That's a civilization. That's why you're still here. One human is vulnerable. 20 humans become something entirely different. And every time someone believes you today, when you say you'll be there, when you share what you have, when you tell a story and they listen, you're living in that same fragile ancient deal we made around the fire. The ancient human who risked falling from a tree just to steal a few pounds of honey wasn't weak. He was following instincts that kept his ancestors alive. The strange part is that you're still following them too. The tree just became a supermarket. When you celebrate your next birthday, whether you're 25, 40, or 70, you're doing something billions of your ancestors never had the chance to do. You're growing older in one of the safest moments our species has ever known. Somewhere out there, other hunters are waking up, and tomorrow you'll have to find food before they do. We are all still that 6-year-old, holding berries in the dark.